Hi, today I'm joined by Dr. Greg Lavery, Chief Exec of Lavery Pennell, an advisory firm that help companies to combine profits and sustainability. Dr. Lavery, welcome.
Hello.
Dr. Lavery, we're increasingly hearing about sustainability being linked to value and profitability. How can sustainability be profitable?
Well, sustainability is about an organisation improving its impacts on society and the environment. Historically, though, many companies have seen sustainability as a compliance exercise, creating costs and not necessarily generating value. However, a number of things have changed in recent times that have meant that companies can now extract more value for themselves. They can work with their customers to help them create value. They can work with the communities to create value. And of course, their suppliers as well, they can create value from them as well. And capturing that value and sharing that value, that's where profitability can increase for companies related to sustainability.
Okay, so what's changed that means these opportunities now exist?
Well, we see three major trends. The first is increasing commodity prices, which means companies are more concerned these days with resource productivity rather than the historical focus on labour productivity. The second big trend is around customers and communities expecting more in terms of sustainable performance, which combined with transparency means companies are more accountable for their actions. And the final big trend is the emerging new technologies and business models, which are enabling companies to make step change improvements in their resource productivity and their sustainability.
Just explain to us the value that is available from these opportunities and how that value can lead to increased profits.
So we see four types of value. The first is customer value. So traditionally, meeting a customer need with a better solution leads to customer value through saving the customer time or saving them money. And companies can increase their profit through increased prices or increased volumes or both, because customers like their products better. And so we're seeing the emergence of new, less resource intensive products and business models. For example, laundry powder where you can wash in cold water saves customers from increasing energy bills and reduces the amount they pay for their energy in order to heat the water to wash their clothes. A second example is car sharing, like Zipcar, where customers don't have to pay to have the car and maintain the car. And at the same time, there's a sustainability benefit because fewer cars need to be produced. The second area of value is community value. So community concern, plus in a world of increased transparency, it means that companies need to be more accountable for their actions. The government's reinforcing this by doing things like managing licence to operate, by banning toxic substances and dangerous behaviours, and as well by introducing externalities into the economy, such as greenhouse gas emissions through the emissions trading scheme. So companies who take responsibility for their actions and solutions and products create value for themselves through increasing brand enhancement, through increasing sales volumes, and in some instances by reducing their costs.
You mentioned four types of value. You've already alluded to customer value, community value. What else is there?
So the third area of value is supplier value. So working with your suppliers, you can reduce transport, material, energy and packaging usage and costs, which you can share with your suppliers as cost reductions. Another way of thinking about it is you have the company's system and you have the supplier's system. Optimising each of those is never going to be as efficient as optimising the two together. Another thing that companies can do with their suppliers is use their scale. So we're seeing, for instance, multinational companies like Nestle thinking about their suppliers in, let's say, agricultural producers in developing nations, and thinking about how can they work through their R&D budgets to improve the productivity of those agricultural suppliers, which of course is making them more profitable and their suppliers, because it means better supply security as well as cost reductions for the farmer, which can be then shared with the multinationals. The fourth and final area of value is company value. Now this may seem obvious, where companies can improve their materials efficiency, energy efficiency, waste, transport efficiency, packaging optimisation and remanufacturing. And these are all established concepts, and most companies have made 10 to 15% savings in the last decade. The interesting thing though is that the best practice companies, the real pioneers like your Toyotas and your Unilevers, have made 60 to 70% improvements in those areas. So there's room there for most companies to make additional savings in their own internal operations.
Okay, so speaking in practical terms, what can companies do to capture the profits that lie within sustainability?
Well, the first thing you need is senior executive leadership. All of the pioneering companies who've captured value and driven that to their bottom line as profits in sustainability have done so under the stewardship of a strong senior executive leadership that understand and have driven the change in their organisations operating. Secondly, you need the right mix of skills. It requires, firstly, technical engineering skills to capture the tactical opportunities, the commercial skills to quantify the costs and benefits and build the business case for change. Thirdly, change management skills to enable the change through the organisation. And then finally, experience in systems thinking to drive the change throughout the organisation.
Dr. Lavery, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I hope that's helped.